Confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, am I audible, guys? Please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, am I audible? Is my voice on screen is clear to all of you guys? Guys, now please confirm to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online, am I audible, guys? Please type in questions box. All of you please respond to me. All of you get my voice on screen. Those who are attending in online. Hmm? As well. Yeah, guys, once again, please check it. I think my screen is visible to everybody. Please check it. Now it's going on. Everybody is getting my screen. Just 1 minute. I'll start the session, guys. All right. Good evening, guys. All right, sir. I think so. In the last session, just we understand Java and its parts. In Java, what are the various parts are existed? That concepts we understood in the last session. Just one time. Now let us understand it clearly. Java is a programming language. It was divided into three parts. What are the three parts which are available in a Java programming language? J2SE or Java SE, J2EE or Java EE, J2ME or Java ME. They are the three parts which are available in Java. Right here, J2SE, if you understand it, Java 2 Standard Edition. It will provide fundamentals of the Java programming language. By using the fundamentals of the Java programming language, we are able to prepare standalone applications. If we design and execute any application without using client server architecture, without distributing application logic over multiple machines, then that application is called a standalone application. Examples are available: calendar, calculator, paintbrush, and so on and so on and so on. Number of examples are available for this standalone applications. How many applications are standalone applications? Actually, 5% of the applications are what they're standalone applications. All right, sir, its a direct utilization is only 5%, but its a dependency level is 1000%. Why? Because it is a dependent programming language for J2EE applications, mobile application development, testing tools, Salesforce, Hadoop, SAP related tools, and so on and so on and so on. So many things are available. Because of that reason, it's a mandatory nowadays in software industry. The J2SE is a mandatory content. Fine. The second one is J2EE or Java EE. J2EE is what there, Java 2 Enterprise Edition. It will provide server-side programming. By using server-side programming, we are able to prepare distributed applications or an enterprise application, enterprise applications. What is a distributed application? If you understand it, if you design and execute any application on the basis of or by using client server architecture or by distributing application logic over multiple machines, then that application is called a distributed application or an enterprise application. How many applications are distributed applications? Actually, 95% of the applications are what they're distributed applications. Examples: all banking applications, all social network applications, all healthcare applications, and so on and so on. In every domain, in every platform, distributed applications are going on. Leave it. The lastly, J2ME or Java ME. J2ME is what actually, right, Java 2 Micro Edition. Java 2 Micro Edition. It will provide micro programming. J2ME can be used to prepare mobile-based applications. If we design and execute any application on the basis of the mobile hardware architecture, then that application is called what there? A mobile based application. And outside might be in every domain, mobile application support is available in every sector, 100%. Like applications are what there? Mobile based applications. Mobile based application development is having very good demand in outside, but J2ME is not having any demand. J2ME doesn't have any demand in outside. Why? Because of number of alternatives. So many alternatives are available for mobile application development. Because of that reason, J2ME is not having any demand in outside. Right. Now these are overall the points here what we understood there. There's some diagrammatic view also we provided. Now try to observe carefully. It's okay. Now this part is completed here. After completion of this, now here we need to understand the syllabus, what exactly the content here we are discussing there. Already we have a list of this content. What is that list of the content here? Core Java, J2SE, almost all 37 to 38 number of topics are available. Then is a list here, we are getting it clearly. Anyway, just if you open the document, there we are able to get the total list. No, just one time check for the total content, and for the topics wise, I given some weightage also for it. Oops, very important. String manipulations is also important. Exception handling, multi-threading, both are very important. Collection framework is also important. These are mandatory. Remaining concepts knowledge is required, and of course Java 8 version features is also required nowadays. Remaining concepts knowledge is required, but in the point of interviews, in the point of project development, these are mandatory. We must aware about these concepts. Okay, do this content here. After completion of this, now today just we are going to start introduction part. Now here we are going to understand introduction content here. Right, sir. Now all of you understand it now. In introduction, what topics here we are going to understand? What are the various things here we are going to understand in introduction part here? The very first one, Java history. Okay. The second one is what? Differences between Java and others. And others are what they C and C++. Okay. Then after this, Java features. After this Java features, Java naming conventions. After the Java naming conventions, the next one is what there? Java programming format. These are overall the topics which are available under introduction part. This is one unit. Inside this unit, now these are the topics here we are having. All right, so this is totally the fundamental content. Fundamental content in the sense, always I'm going to put focus on what is the requirement to come for Java programming language when compared with other programming languages, and how Java structure is going to be available. Some discussion here we are going to understand about the differences between Java and other programming languages. Right, now let's see this one here. The first one here we are going to understand that first topic, very first one is what there? Java history. And I'm giving clarity for all of you know, this is not much important in the point of interviews and in the point of the application development, in the point of the project work. But this is minimum responsibility to know how and why Java is coming into the picture. Java was provided to the market. At least we need to understand its intention and its purpose. After that, we will move forward there for the remaining concepts. This is minimum responsibility of knowing what is Java, then how Java is going to be available for our in outside market. Right, sir. It's okay now. I'm going to ask some questions to you now. Try to answer for it clearly. All of you observe carefully. Any idea about this point? No. When Java was introduced actually, when the first version of the Java was provided to the market. Any idea? I think most of the people are thinking about it 1995 in general. Most of the people are thinking about it 1995. The very first version of the Java was introduced actually. Most of the people thought like that. No, this is not right. Actually, the very first version of the Java was provided in 1996 January 23rd. 1996 January 23rd. On that particular date, the very first version of the Java was introduced. But why 1995? People are thinking there. It's a misunderstanding actually. I'll give that clarity also. Don't worry for it. Sun Microsystems has provided Java programming language in 1996, in the sense when they started to prepare this new programming language, the Java programming language, when that origin was started, when they started to prepare this new programming language, and which year they had a thought of it to prepare this new programming language. If you come for this point, answer is very clear. All of you understand it clearly. In 1991, observe carefully, Sun Microsystems had a requirement to prepare a new programming language in order to prepare softwares for the electronic consumer devices like cable TV, switch boxes, remote controllers, and so on and so on and so on. Guys, all of you understand it, no? What exactly the point I said to you? In which year? In 1991, Sun Microsystems had a requirement to prepare a new programming language in order to prepare softwares for the electronic consumer devices like cable TV switch boxes, remote controllers, and so on. This is the origin. This is the initial requirement of preparing Java programming language. This is the origin of preparing Java programming language. Sun Microsystems, they want to prepare a new programming language. By using that new programming language, they want to prepare softwares for simple electronic consumer devices like cable TV switch boxes and remote controllers, and so on and so on and so on. This is that initial requirement. All right. To prepare new programming language, observe carefully, Sun Microsystems, to prepare new programming language, Sun Microsystems has gathered nearly 30 engineers. Yes, all of you understand it clearly. To prepare new programming language, Sun Microsystems has gathered nearly 30 engineers as a team led by James Gosling. You know already this name, right? Is a very famous name in outside. James Gosling and Patrick Norton. They are the two members. They are the two leads for this particular team where 30 members are working together. And they started a project named Green. Under this Green project, they want to prepare a new programming language. Further, they gathered nearly 30 members team led by James Gosling and Patrick Norton. Got it clearly? All right, sir. Okay, fine. After completion of this clearly, what next one I'm telling there? Sun Microsystems wants to see three features mainly in their new programming language. See, if they want to prepare new programming language, first of all, they need to have some idea what they want to implement, what they want to achieve through this new programming language, what qualities they want to maintain in this new programming language, or what features they want to see in their new programming language. First, they have to understand it clearly. So they had a paper plan. What exactly the plan? What exactly the features they want to achieve through this new programming language? Sun Microsystems wants to provide the following three features in their new programming language. Still implementation is not yet started. Still preparing programming language was not started. Just idea, just paper plan, that's it. Not like any physical implementation for it. All right, sir. What features that Sun Microsystems wants to provide actually? All right, so now Sun Microsystems wants to provide the following three features in their new programming language mainly. What are the three features? No, first one is they want to prepare a simple programming language. Everybody understand it? No, first they want to provide what there a simple programming language. And the second one is what there? Tight coded programming language. A simple programming language. And the second one is what there? Tight coded programming language. And the third one is architectural neutral programming language. Architectural neutral programming language. That's it. These are the three features that Sun Microsystems wants to see in their new programming language. Is that clear? Now tell me, what are the three features that Sun Microsystems wants to see? What is the first one here? No, a simple programming language. And the second one is what there? Tight coded. And the third one is what there? Architectural neutral programming language. Fine. First of all, let us understand what is the meaning of this simple programming language. What Sun Microsystems has given the definition for simple programming language about their new programming language. What they are giving definition for it. Majorly, they are providing concentration on three factors under their simple programming language. Mainly, they are providing three features, that is three factors. To make their programming language simple, they have chosen under three characteristics. What are the three characteristics they have taken under the simple programming language? The very first one is less execution time. That's it. All of you understand it? No. The very first one is what there? Less execution time. Okay. Less execution time. And the second one is less memory. And the next one is what there? Less power. Less memory consumption, less power consumption. Right, sir. I'll give clarity on it. It seems like what there? What is the relation between power consumption and programming language? You may have that kind of question. Even myself also thought like that initially, but later I understood that what they are given the reason. Then I will explain that. Don't worry for it. But this information as is provided by Sun Microsystems. That analysis only I'm discussing with you, right? It's not in my own way. Just directly what Sun Microsystems has given the reasons. The same reasons here I'm discussing with you clearly. Right, sir. Now observe carefully. The very first one is like what there? Less execution time. Understand it clearly. So what is the advantage of this less execution time? What is the meaning of it? What impact is going to be happen in our programming language with this less execution time now? One simple example I'm telling you, observe carefully. For example, simple analysis I'm telling you, observe carefully. One fine day, when I was free, I'm watching one football match in a channel. Let's say, for example, Star Sports channel. I'm watching there some football match. That match is going on in between Brazil and Argentina. Match is going on good. Just casually, I'm watching that like what their football match. All of a sudden, my friend made a call to me. Then he asked to me what you are doing after having some conversation. I said to him, just I'm watching a football match. Then immediately replied to me, "Are a fool? Why you're watching that football match? No. In other channel, there is a cricket match in between India and Pakistan. Then why you are not watching that cricket match?" Then I asked him, then what is the status of that match? Just he said to me, already Indians were batted, sorry, Pakistans were batted already. They got almost all 321 runs already. Indians were already started their batting. The last over is remaining, 49 overs are completed. 300 runs are already completed there. Indians were there, completed. Then almost all 8 wickets gone. Only 2 wickets are remaining. Last over, 21 runs. At one side, crease, Dhoni is there, MS Dhoni. At other side, like some other bowler might be. Who's that bowler there? Actually, Bumrah is available. Now, this is the situation now. Okay. Then automatically I gone that means I'm out of my football match there. I thought of it, what is going to be happening in the last over. At least I want to watch that last over. I want to see that entertainment, what is going on in there in the last over. MS Dhoni, hopes are in MS Dhoni only. He's on crease actually. The last over, 6 balls, 21 runs he has to do. Actually, number of matches, India won the matches there because of that MS Dhoni in the last over magic. Just eagerly I want to watch that cricket match. Immediately I've taken my remote controller. I know that where the cricket match is going on there, maybe in ESPN channel that cricket match is going on. I know that I've taken my remote controller. There the channel number something else like 72, for example. I clicked on 72 number on my remote controller. On time I've taken my remote controller. When my friend has given information, immediately I've taken that remote controller. There I clicked on 72 channel number on remote controller. Then what happened? The switching time, it has taken somewhat time, more time it has taken there. Then after some time, the channel was changed. The moment when channel was changed, when I observe it, what is going on there in the cricket match now, in the channel, in the ESPN channel, what happened there, where man of the match presentation is going on. MS Dhoni is taking man of the match. India won the match. Disappointed. At least last over, if you see that 21 runs, 6 balls, no, MS Dhoni batting, then at least you may get some satisfaction. Okay, whatever it may be. Now tell me here, where is the problem? Where is the problem? Watching that football match is a problem from my side. Or getting late intimation from my friend is a problem here. Or else maybe the problem with the TV set. Or the problem with the remote controller. Where is the problem? All right, now the problem is with the remote controller, not with all the remaining things. The problem with what there? Remote controller. Why the problem is with the remote controller actually? On time I have taken my remote controller, on time I clicked on the channel number. For switching channel, it takes lot of time. For switching the channel, it took what there? Lot of time. Understand it now? Then what is the meaning of it now? When I click on this channel number, internally a software program must be executed. For switching the channel, internally it has to execute a software program. When it executes the for executing the software program, if it takes lot of time, automatically channel switching will take lot of time. The software program execution is taking a lot of time. For example, automatically switching the channel is also be taking like what there? Lot of time. When it take lot of time, automatically my required service I am not getting. Whatever the service I'm expecting, and as an end user, I'm not getting the required service. I'm disappointed with that. So altogether, what I'm telling there, the performance of my remote controller is not good. Performance of the remote controller is not good. Why? Because it took a lot of time to change the channel. Why? Because whatever the software program which is available inside the remote controller, that program execution is taking more time. So now the equation is very clear. Program execution time is less, performance will be more. Program execution time is more, performance will be less. This is the equation here we have to follow. Throughout the Java, we have to follow this equation. If program execution time is taking more execution time, less performance. Less execution time, more performance. Now tell me, because of that reason only, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a programming language like a simple programming language where they want to take what there, they want to provide what there, less execution time. That programming language should take less execution time to run their applications. The programming language must provide less execution time to run their applications. That less execution time is giving the advantage is what there, more performance. What is the advantage here? We are able to get no more performance for the end product. If the execution time is less, automatically performance will be more for the end product. There's an advantage we are able to get from what there, from the simple programming language, from the less execution time. Guys, all of you are getting this point now? So one more point I'm telling there, actually the Java history title is not good. It's not important in the point of interviews and all. In the point of discussion, in the point of the fundamentals, important topic. Some few fundamentals we are going to understand, where one of the fundamental point is what there, if that application execution time is less, performance will be more. If that application execution time is more, performance will be less. That's it. This equation is going to be happen. Right, sir. This is one point here we can understand. Leave it. Next, less memory. For example, understand this point also, no, all of you. I'm taking Java classes. In my classes, my responsibility is what? Core Java, Advanced Java, Hibernate, Spring, Spring Boot, microservices, web services. After that, I'm going to take the classes. Everybody, put more concentration. So, as part of my classes now, while executing programs inside my classes now, my system should be very good. If I take some low-level system now, it may take a lot of execution time. Automated is killing our actual time. That's why my system must be very good. Yeah, actually then because of that reason, really because of initially I used to I have used that Lenovo system actually, Windows operating system. But because of more execution time, because of that particular reason only, I'm taking the classes with what their MacBook. Understand it? Even this MacBook is also be almost all high-end MacBook. 48 GB RAM I'm using at present in my classes now, just because of saving the time only. Installation is a matter of fraction of seconds in my system. Program execution is also a fraction of seconds when compared with Windows. Yeah, of course, I can manage it now. Then intention I'm telling there. That means I need to, at one situation, I have to maintain my Java software. I have to maintain my database software. I have to maintain my ID, IntelliJ ID or Eclipse ID. At some other time, then I have to maintain some server. Almost all 6 to 7 heavyweight softwares I have to run. So memory must be more memory I have to use. Then only my program will be executed in less time. Otherwise, it may be executed in a delayed mode. Understand it clearly. Because of that reason, I've taken this MacBook here now. But don't worry, every program installation and installation of the softwares and setups inside our system, program execution, I'm going to show in both the systems, both in Windows and as well as in what their MacBook. In both, I'm able to show that in Apple and as well as what there in a Lenovo. Both the systems here, I'm going to show programs output here. Understand it clearly. Once you are comfortable with this, all the content here, then I'll move on to what there, that whatever it may be, whatever the operating system I like, no, that I'm going to use now. Okay, right, so leave it. That's not the matter, no. Observe carefully what I'm telling here. So I need a good system, good computer I required for the sake of my classes. Assume it, whatever the system I had at present, no, there is a older system, i3 processor I had there. So Windows 10 operating system, i3 processor. I thought of it, I want to take some new system. I want to take some new laptop. Then I went to the computer shop. When I go to the computer shop, where computer shop representative came to me, he asked to me, now tell me, sir, what I have to do. Then I said to him, just I want to take a new laptop. Can you please give some quotation for it? Then immediately he has taken some quotation paper. In the computer shops, that quotation papers are available. He has taken that quotation paper. There he has given some quotation. Finally, he said to me, the cost of the computer, the cost of the laptop for you is 50,000. Example, Lenovo system only. 50,000 is the cost of the computer, cost of the laptop. He said to me, the Windows 11 and the Lenovo system only 50,000. It's okay, fine. i5 processor, Intel, okay, fine. I'm ready to take that, but one time I observed that quotation paper. In the quotation paper, what I identified there, RAM size is only 8 GB RAM they have included. How much there? 8 GB RAM only they have included. 8 GB RAM. By default, they are providing 8 GB RAM. Immediately I asked him, then 8 GB RAM may not be sufficient for me. Of course, 8 GB RAM is sufficient for me, but programs are going to be executed a bit slow. Why? Because I need to maintain these many softwares. Let us try to make it is like what there 16 GB RAM, not like 8 GB RAM. Try to convert into 16 GB RAM. Then finally he said to me, oh, it's okay, fine. I'm going to make it is 16 GB RAM, not 8 GB RAM. But the cost of the computer is 55,000. Understand it, what I'm telling there. When 8 GB RAM is more, automatically cost of the computer is more. Cost of the computer is going to be increased. Sir, all of you get my point or not? So finally the point what I'm telling there, if memory size is increased, cost of the end product is increased. When memory size is increased, cost of the end product will be increased. Memory components are costful. Memory components are what they're costful. Observe carefully. Because of this particular reason, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. It must take less memory. That applications must take what they're less memory. If it is in less memory, automatically less cost for the end product. If it is in less cost, automatically more members will take that product. If it is in more cost, less members will take that particular product. Sir, I'll forget my point or not? Because of that reason, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. It must be a simple programming language. As part of that simple programming language, it must take less memory to execute the applications. Nice. All of you are following my points, what I'm telling to you. Now, first of all, tell me, What three features that Sun Microsystems wants to see in their new programming language? Simple programming language, tight coded, architectural neutral. To make a programming language as a simple programming language, what Sun Microsystems has given the factors, three factors that Sun Microsystems has given. What are the three factors there? Less execution time, less memory, less power consumption. Is that all of you get my point or not? Fine. Less execution time, less memory, both we understood. Less execution time, more performance for the end product. Less memory, less cost for the end product. Both are okay, fine. Now the next one is what there? Less power consumption. Then what is the relation between this power consumption and programming language? Now I'm going to give clarity. Observe carefully. For example, the best example is a human being. You are the best example. Guys, understand it, what I'm telling there. You are the best example. For example, now I'm taking the class now. Definitely at one particular point, I'm going to finish our class today. When I finish the class, immediately what is your next movement, next step that you are going to do? Say for example, if I say to you, today I want to finish the class. Like this, if I say no, then immediately what is your next action? You'll stand up and you'll walk out. Am I right or not? Walked out from the classroom. Am I right or not? But how we are doing that activity? Who has given that information to you? Understand it clearly. If you are the human being and if you are the person where you're having two types of components. What are the two types of components there? One is software, another one is a hardware components. One is software, second one is what their hardware components. What is your software actually? Brain. Your brain is your software. Then what are the hardware components? No, legs, hands and all. When I said to you, yes, my class is completed today, your brain will recognize it. Immediately, it will pass an information to your hands and legs. Okay, class is completed. Chal, wake up and move out. Immediately, we will provide a movement on what their hands and legs. Automatically, you will come outside of the class now. Yes, sir, got it or not? Similarly, in every electronic component, two things are available. One is a software unit, another one is what their hardware unit. Remote controller is the best example. Inside the remote controller, two are available, software and as well as what their hardware. For example, a red color button is available. Think of it, it is a TV set now. Red color button is available. If I click on red color button on remote controller, what is going on there? Immediately my TV is going to be shut down or not? Is switched off or not? This is going to be happen. But what happened internally? When I click on this red color button, internally software component will listen it. Software component will recognize our activity. Software component will identify the user intention. Then immediately it will pass a message to the hardware component. User wants to shut down the TV set. Immediately shut down the TV set, switch off the TV set. Software will pass a message to the hardware component. Hardware component will do the physical action. What is that physical action now? Switch off the TV. Is that all of you get my point or not? So here software is available, hardware is available. Good. Now the point I'm telling to you, all of you observe carefully. If the interaction between software component and hardware component inside the remote controller is more energy consumption is going to be happening. More interaction is available between software component and hardware component. Software is talking with the hardware more and more. Automatically, energy consumption is going to be more. When energy consumption is more, automatically energy source will be drain up in a less time or not. When energy source is drain up in a less time, automatically battery we have to change frequently or not. The battery is nothing but power source. Understand my point here? Is the energy source. That is the meaning of like what there less power. I'm telling you now. The power in the sense energy source. Energy source is what there a battery in our remote controller. If the interaction between software component and hardware component is more, automatically battery drain up is more. Automatically frequently and within less time we have to change the battery. Means that what I'm telling to you, if the energy consumption is more, automatically lifetime, that means maintenance of the end product will be increased. Come again, what is the point I'm telling there? Previously I used to change the battery for my remote controller for every 6 months of time. For example, previously if I put 100 rupees, no, 100 rupees batteries if I insert in my remote controller, they will be available for me up to 6 months of time. But when energy consumption is more, when battery drain up is more, automatically for every 3 months of time I have to change my battery. Previously maintenance cost of this remote controller is what there, 100 rupees for every 6 months of time. Now what is going on here? For every 3 months of time, we are changing that battery or not? For every 3 months of time we are putting 100 rupees or not? So what is the meaning of it? No, what is the meaning of this one? Automatically maintenance cost is going to be increased or not? When energy consumption is more, maintenance cost will be increased. Maintenance cost of the end product will be increased. Everybody put more concentration here now. So because of that reason, the point here what I am telling there, whenever it is less power consumption, automatically lesser maintenance cost, for the end product. What we are able to get there, lesser maintenance cost for the end product here we are able to get. Guys, understand my points here? Almost all 3 points here are given there. Simple programming language in the sense, less execution time, more performance to the end product. Less memory, less cost for the end product. Less power, less maintenance cost for the end product. This is what exactly the definition was provided by Sun Microsystems for their new programming language that they want to prepare as a simple programming language. Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a simple programming language. How it is simple programming language? What logic they applied on this simple programming language? 3 points. Less execution time, less memory, less power consumption. Yes, sir. Are you forgetting it or not? Right. Now let's move on to the next one here. What about the next one here? Now tell me. Tight coded programming language. Tight coded programming language. That is the second one. What is the meaning of this tight coded? We are going to understand it clearly. Right, sir. I think so. All of you might be aware about the data structures in our academics, maybe. Yes, sir. All of you aware about the data structures? So, like a stack, a queue, or maybe like a trees, like a graphs, or like a data. So many data structures are available. Lists, like different data structures are available, right? Of course, I don't require all these data structures, but I require only one data structure, that is a stack. All of you might be aware about the stack. Stack is nothing but one rack. Understand here? Just we are going to put first item that will come at bottom. Second item that will be there on the top of the bottom. That means first item. Right, sir. Last in, first out, or first in, last out, whatever it may be. LIFO, last in, first out. That is the principle which is going on in this stack. Clearly. All of you understand it, no? For example, in a C programming language, listen, sir. All of you listen carefully. Important point I'm telling you, it may be useful in the future also. In a C programming language, I want to perform stack operations. In stack, what are the various operations here we are going to prepare? What operations here we are going to prepare? What is the first one here we are going to provide? Push operation. First one is what there? Push operation. To implement this push in the sense inserting an element, adding an element to the stack. To perform this push operation on an average, how many lines of code here we are going to use? 20 lines of code, LOC, lines of code, for example. 20 lines of code to implement that push operation. For example, the second one is what there? Pop operation. To perform this pop operation, again, 20 lines of code here we are going to consume. Mainly, we are going to understand only these two operations, but actually one more operation is available in a stack. What is that another operation there? Peak. Yes, sir. What is that operation there? The third one, no? Peak. To perform this peak operation, how many lines of code here we are able to get? No. Again, 20 lines of code there we are able to get. Again, there we are able to get what there? 20 lines of code. To complete altogether, to perform the stack operations total, how many lines of code here we are going to take? No, 60 lines of code here we are going to get. Almost all, overall, on average, we are able to consume 60 lines of code to complete the stack operations. Yes, sir. Got it or not? Okay, fine. Keep this point in our mind. Now let's move on to the Java, for example. Java. In Java, I want to perform stack operations. Observe carefully how I'm performing these stack operations. Stack S is equal to new stack object I created. This is Java program, Java style, I'm telling to you. S dot push off AAA. Finish. My push operation is completed. No need to write 20 lines of code. One line of code is sufficient. S dot pop operation. Finish. My pop operation is completed. S dot peak. Finish. My peak operation is going to be completed. That's it. Overall, now tell me total how many lines of code here we are consuming for this stack operations? No, 4 lines of code. Maybe extra 1 or 2, 6 lines of code. Leave it. In C programming language, how many lines of code? 60. But in Java, how many lines of code? 4. Listen, all of you listen carefully. One definition I'm telling to you. If any programming language, is taking more number of instructions, more instructions to perform a particular action. Come on guys, now tell me if any programming language takes or is taking more instructions to perform a particular action, then that programming language is called a loose coded programming language. A loose coded programming language. If any programming language takes less number of, that means more instructions to perform a particular action, then the programming language is what their loose coded programming language. Example is what their C programming language. There are given 60 lines of code here. Understand it clearly. Next, one more point. If any programming language takes less instructions to perform a particular action or particular implementation, to perform a particular action, then that programming language is called tight coded programming language. That programming language is called as what there? Tight coded programming language. Right, so now Java is taking how many lines of code? 4 lines of code, less number of instructions. Whereas C and C++ are taking how many lines of code? 60 lines of code here. Now tell me, as you understood already, which programming language is loose coded, which programming language is tight coded here in these examples? C and C++ are what? Loose coded programming language. Java is what? Tight coded programming language. So here Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. It must be what their tight coded programming language. It has to provide less number of instructions to implement a particular requirement. How, sir? How less number of instructions to implement a particular requirement? How it is possible? How it is possible in the sense, if any programming language is having more predefined library, automatically less number of instructions will be provided by the developers. If any programming language is having less predefined library, developers have to write more lines of code. Yes, sir. All of you get my point or not? If the programming language is having more library, developers' responsibility will be less. If the programming language is having less library, developers have to prepare more library, more instructions. That's the actual point here we have to understand. Because of that reason, I'm telling there clearly, Java had very good predefined library. The too much predefined library is available in Java. Because of that reason, every action is simplified in Java. Directly we can access the methods. Simple example I'm telling to you, data structures are available in outside. In a C programming language, in a C++ programming language, no predefined library is available to prepare this data structure and their operations. Everything we have to take the responsibility of writing the code, either by using arrays topic or by using what they some structures. In the case of C programming language, we have to write lot more code, lot of code we have to write in the case of C and C++. But in Java, the total code, the total operations are abstracted. Abstracted in the sense predefined library was provided, just providing some predefined methods to us. If you want to perform push operation, call push function, already it is available method. call that method, push operation will be performed. Internally, it was implemented. Understand my point here now? If you want to keep all the elements in a sorting order, no need to write any sorting logic in the case of Java. But in C, you have to write logic for sorting. But in Java, not required to write. There is a concept like tree set. Prepare tree set object, add elements to the tree set. Automatically, they will be provided in sorting order. Understand my point here? When this much of predefined library is available, automatically that programming language is providing opportunity for the developers to write less code. When more library, less code would be provided by the developer. When less library, more code must be provided by the developer. In that way, Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. It must be tight coded programming language. Means that the Sun Microsystems wants to provide more and more predefined library to simplify the developer's activity, to simplify the developer's implementation part. Because of that reason, Java developers will take opportunity of writing less number of instructions, not like what there more number of instructions. And moreover, at present, what I am telling to you, when new versions are coming into the picture, automatically they are simplifying the coding part in Java. Automatically they are simplifying. The moment when Java 8 version was introduced, the moment when lambda expressions are provided in Java, previously 10 lines of code, now it is equal to 1 line. Java 8 onwards, 10 lines of code is suppressed to what there 1 line of code. In that way, Java was provided. More simplification is coming in Java. Previously, Java developers have to write lot of code. Because of the newer versions at present, no, Java developers are writing only 1 or 2 lines of code finished to perform a particular action. Code is simplified in the new versions content. That's an advantage here we are able to get. It's okay, sir. Good. Finally, what we completed, out of the 3 concepts, simple we understood. Then what next one, tight coded here we understood. All of you get my point or not? Now, what next one, now tell me architectural neutral programming language. Sir, all of you are following my points, no? Are you getting clarity on these points? So quite interesting, but the point is not important. Nobody will ask questions on this, but interesting, but required. Knowledge is required. I'm telling you now, all these points, what I'm telling there, what is the requirement of the Java programming language? What is there inside the Java programming language? The fundamental units here I'm discussing with you now. Try to put more concentration now. All right, sir. The next one is what there? Architectural neutral programming language. All right, sir. Let's understand one example, one simple example. A simple question I'm asking to you. Now try to answer for it. Out of this 10 members or 12 members, how many of you are coming from computer science background? Raise your hands. Computer science background. Hardly 6 members, 7 members. Okay. Okay. Remaining members are what? They're non-computer science only. So in this batch is okay, but regularly in my other batches also, when I ask the question, when I ask the question, when I ask this question there, out of maybe 200 or 300 members, no, only 20 to 25% of the people are coming from computer science background. Remaining 70 to 75% of the people are coming from non-computer science background only. Really, I'm telling them. I think some of you might be thought of it. Sir, if you want to get a job in software industry or software job, if you want to get, no, what branch here I have to take in our academics there, then people are saying that computer science like this, people are giving some guidelines. Or else no. Sir, myself, I'm coming from civil background. I'm eligible for software companies. I'm eligible for software job. I'm coming from mechanical background. I'm eligible for software company, software industry. But I'm giving clarity for all of you. Understand it now. Software industry is an open platform for every graduate. The background is not mandatory. Even though you're coming from mechanical, even though you're coming from like what they're civil, even though you're coming from electronics and electrical, that doesn't matter. You are dynamic or not, you're skillful or not. If you have knowledge, then they will accept. If you're not having knowledge, they will not take. And one more point I'm telling there, don't disappoint by getting my statements now. In our academics might be your king. You had nearly 98% now. But who required that? In front of that interviewer, if you are not performing properly, what is the use of your 98%? But appreciable, definitely 98% is appreciable. Then we have to give claps, no doubt for that. But at the end of the day, what is required? Definitely, what is required? We have to face that interview. We have to show your performance in front of that interview. Then only you are able to get job. Sir, one simple example I'm telling. No, listen carefully. I think it may be useful for you. When I completed my BTech, almost all, we are nearly 60 members in my classroom in my BTech. No, so out of the 60 members, myself is totally backbench student. Don't expect myself. No, myself is a topper inside the class. No, ordinary. My percentage is also be 55 or 54. That's it in BTech. You know already BTech life is totally different, right? Where study is secondary, but remaining activities are more, right? Okay. That is a different story. I think some of you are already connected with me, right? Fine, whatever it may be. But still, I'm teaching Java. Understand it? No. Later, I'll give that information there. We are 60 members actually. So always I'm thinking about it. When results are coming for any semester, no, I should check what about my score. My score is always less than 60 only. All 4 years. Leave it. Then immediately, what is the next question? My score is okay. Then immediately, what is my next question? If my friend's score is also less than 60, no, very happy. If my friend's score is 70, no, disappointed totally. It's not because of my lesser score, it's because of his high score. Okay, even that one also forget it now. Then what is the next question? Next another question: who is the topper inside the class? I think in everywhere might be girls will be the toppers. Am I right? In every class might be definitely girls are having highest marks, right? Similarly, in my class also, one girl she's highest marks, almost all 93 or 92 percentage she got. Every semester the same. Overall BTech percentage also be 92 or 93 something else. That is the situation then. Okay, BTech was completed. We came out of the college. Then I went to the MTech immediately. MTech, I wrote that GATE exam and as well as like what there's some local tests no in the colleges might be they are conducting some tests there, entry test no. I completed and finally in JNTU, Kukutpally, in Hyderabad JNTU, I completed my MTech. 2 years of time I completed. After 2 years of time also, after joining within MTech campus interviews, I got job in HCL Technologies, Chennai. After joining with HCL Technologies after working few years of time, one fine day, I have a thought I want to go to my BTech college. I want to check what is going on there. Yes, myself and my friend, we both together went to the college just to check what is going on there. Yeah, for some other purpose, I went to my college location there, my college place. There, I want to visit my college there. We went there inside the college. We went there inside the college, no, just we checked it, what exactly the classroom where we studied, just we went there, we checked it. When we are in principal chamber roach, we want to go there. When we are in the path of the principal chamber, one person, she is coming towards to us. We are thinking about it. She's somewhere else. We have seen her. Then somewhere else we have seen that kind of strike we are getting. Finally, 2 minutes of time we stopped there. We checked clearly her face now. Finally, we identified she is my topper of the college class. She is the topper of my class. We thought of it might be she's also be coming to the college today for visiting purpose now. But unfortunate thing is what is she wear it sari. She has some what I'm telling there, ID card, college ID card, and everything. We asked her then, why, what we are doing here now? She said to me, I was the faculty in our college only. But myself and my friend, we all together, we are working in software companies and we earn might be then thousands of rupees there. Asked her, then how much is your salary there? My salary is 20,000, 25,000 like that. She's a topper in the college, 92 percentage. What happened? Then we thought of it in the BTech now. When we are studying in BTech, then we thought of it. If any person wants to, if any person is going to get job in our class there, she will be the first person to get job in outside. But finally, what happened there in the college? No, she's working as a trainer. Yeah, I have asked her then what happened? Why you are staying here? But your knowledge level is totally different. But why you are sitting here and why you are taking job here now? I thought of it, she's a girl actually maybe because of some constraint she joined with the college. But she what she said to me, Nagoor already then I have some stage fear, already that, and some communication problem is going on, already that. But I went for the number of interviews in outside, number of companies I went there, but unfortunately no company has selected me in IT sector. So finally, almost all hundreds of companies I went there, but nobody has selected me. But my percentages are good, 98%, 92% I got, but nobody has recognized it. So finally I decided, might be, I didn't went to any other college there. Already I knows about this college. That's why directly I came to our college. Then I joined here as a trainer. After completion of my BTech, almost after 4 years of I think so. I didn't remember exactly. After 4 years of completing my BTech, I went to the college. She was a trainer there. Her salary is almost 20,000 like that. Finally, what is the conclusion I'm telling to you? Everybody must aware about it. Even though you are good at your colleges, that is up to your college level only. If you want to work in a software company or if you want to get a software job, you should be dynamic. You have to show your performance in front of that interviewer. If you are not open your mouth, if you are unable to give your information and outside, nobody will select you. I'm sure about it. Then might be you are going to give a number of reasons for not selecting in the companies there. Sir, I'm good at subject, but I'm unable to communicate properly. That's your mistake only. There's a lag with you. Because of that, see, one more point I'm telling you. Subject level is 60%, sir. Communication is 40%. No second thought of it. Java is 60%, but communication is 40%. Both we have to balance. And some people are saying proudly that, sir, I can do any type of project, no doubt for that. I have very good knowledge. But who required your knowledge without expressing that in outside? If you are able to express it in outside, then somebody else will understand your knowledge. Even though you are good at Java, even though you are king at Java, if you are unable to show up it, but who knows about it, your knowledge there? How they're able to recognize your knowledge? That's the point, you know. So day one onwards, I'm telling you clearly, your subject level is only 60%. Your communication level should be 40%. If you balance both, then only you are able to get job. Why? Because why software companies are giving more priority for communication now? After getting selected in that respective company, maybe after completion of your training period, when you are in a particular project, you have to face that client interviews. And every week or maybe every 10 days once or maybe every month once or twice, no, you have to face that client interviews. Client directly will talk with you. On that moment, if you're unable to communicate with that clients, no, then how that information is going to be exchanged between client and you? How we are going to understand the client requirement? How we are going to implement it in the program? No? So because of that reason, communication is also be very, very important. And one more point I'm telling there, all of you understand it, no? Your academic percentages are appreciable, no doubt for that. But on the base of only that, you are unable to get the jobs, not possible to get the jobs. No, you must be dynamic. You have to show up your technology. Then only we are able to get job. Please remember this point in our mind. This is zero level. Think about it. This level is what the zero level. From this zero level, if you do work hard, we are able to get opportunity. If you're not doing work hard, you are unable to get the opportunity. This is a junction. Understand it clearly. Okay, leave this point. Okay, now coming to our example now. All right, sir. Now you're all from different backgrounds. Now we are attending Java. Now I'm taking demo classes. All of you understand it now. Now I'm taking what their demo classes. Simple question. Just outside of the class, if I put a notice like watch, only computer science students are eligible to attend my class. If I put a board in outside, how many members will come to my class? No, less members or more members? Definitely less members will come. I think you understood my question, Ken. If I put a board in outside, only computer science students are eligible to attend my class. How many members will come? Less members only. Am I right or not? Or else, second case I'm telling them. If I put a board like watch, any graduate can attend my class. Any graduate can attend my class. If I put a board like this in outside, how many members will come to my class? No, definitely more members will come. Guys, I'll forget my point or not? Understand the point here. Now tell me, in which case my demand, my classes demand will be increased? When less members are attending my class or when more members are attending my class? In which case my demand is going to be increased? When more members are required my service, definitely my classes demand will be increased more. When less members are required my services, automatically less demand is going to be available outside. Yes, sir. I'll forget my point or not? Simple point I'm telling to you now. When my classes are required by more members, automatically more demand will come to us. When less members are required my services, automatically less demand is going to be happen for my particular requirement, my particular service. No. Yes, sir. Got or not? Similarly, observe carefully. If any programming language is bounded with only one particular hardware, if any programming language is bounded with only one type of hardware system, not for all the hardware systems, then it is hardware dependent programming languages. Then they're what? They're hardware dependent programming languages. They're bounded with only one type of hardware systems. But if the programming language allows its applications to run under all the types of hardware systems, all the types of hardware systems, maybe in mobile hardware systems, maybe in computer science, maybe, or maybe in a parking systems, no, or maybe in a signaling system. In all the cases, if the applications are available, if our programming language is compatible with all the systems, no, definitely that programming language is available to every system. Automatically, its demand is also increased here, no, right? Such kind of programming languages are architectural neutral programming languages. This is an important point you have to understand. The one of the main feature of the Java programming language is what? There architectural neutral. Later on it is converted to the platform independent programming language. Platform in the sense operating system independent, that is different. Later on it is derived actually from this point only. Initially Java programming language is hardware independent programming language. Java is what? There hardware independent programming language. Because of that reason, the Java is what? There an architectural neutral programming language. Now I'm giving the definition. Now try to understand it clearly. If any programming language allows its applications to run under all the hardware systems, like I'm telling to you clearly, under these mobile applications, under mobile hardware system, parking like parking meters, maybe signaling systems, maybe like n number of cases. If we take, no, in everywhere nowadays, almost all what I'm telling there, 3 billion devices are using different devices are using Java. 3 billion different devices are using Java at present. When we install Java software, it is giving a message to us. 3 billion devices are using Java. Like this, we are able to get some message now. That is the meaning of like what? Their Java programming language. So if any programming language allows its applications to run under all the hardware systems, then that programming language is called hardware, is called what? There hardware independent programming language, or what next one here, hardware independent programming language, or maybe architectural neutral programming language, or like what? There architectural neutral programming language. That's it. Architectural neutral programming language. That's it, not more than that. All right, sir. When it is architectural dependent programming language, its utilization is less, its demand will be very less. If it is architectural neutral programming language, in the sense its requirement will be more, its utilization will be more, its requirement will be more, its demand will be more. So Sun Microsystems wants to prepare a new programming language. It should be an architectural neutral programming language. It must allow its applications to run under all the hardware systems, not under a single hardware system. Answer my point here. It should not be compatible with only one type of system. It must be available to every hardware system. Then only we can understand that Java programming language is like what? There an architectural neutral programming language. Yes, sir. Got it? All of you are getting my points, no? Overall, still I'm telling there, Sun Microsystems is thinking what features they want to include in their new programming language. Mainly 3 features they want to include in their new programming language. What are the 3 features they want to include in their new programming language? What is the first one? A simple programming language. Second one is what? Tight coded. Third one is what? There architectural neutral. Tell me, what is the meaning of simple programming language? Less execution time, less memory, less power consumption. What is the meaning of tight coded? Less instructions, more implementation. Less instructions, more implementation. Right, sir. What is the meaning of architectural neutral? able to execute the program under all the hardware systems, able to run the applications under what there all the hardware systems. That's it. Yes, sir. All of you are getting at least these words or not? Right, sir. Now tell me what are the three features? No, simple, tight coded, architecture neutral. Under simple, what three features are available? Less execution time, less memory, less power consumption. What is the meaning of tight coded? Less number of instructions, more implementation. What is the meaning of architectural neutral? Able to run its applications under all the hardware systems. That's it, sir. Now this is exactly the view about like what their features of this new programming language. Still, Sun Microsystems has not started work to prepare new programming language. Just they are thinking what they want to include. Yes, sir. Got it? So can I stop today? Almost another time is 8:50. Right, sir. But still the topic is not completed here. So half an hour more it may take actually. Then don't worry. Tomorrow we are going to consider the remaining part, and tomorrow I'll complete this total part. Tomorrow, after completion of this total content, I will start one very important topic, that is what differences between Java and others. There I'm going to take that first 5 or 6 differences are very important. The research orientation I'm going to provide, that internal concepts I'm going to discuss with you. So without fail, now try to attend for the next 3 to 4 classes now. They are very important. Why? Because some fundamentals I'm going to cover effectively. Okay, right. That's all for today. We'll meet on tomorrow. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks a lot. Yeah, guys, then admission process. No, the demo class are already completed, guys. Then already we started our subject there. Already we started our subject, but this link is going to be available there. Maybe very soon we are going to change that link also. Okay. Yeah. We next to 10 to 15 days 7:30 కి ఉంటాయండి. ఒక నెక్స్ట్ 10 to 15 days తర్వాత 6 to 7:30 స్టార్ట్ చేస్తా. ఊప్స్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తా అక్కడ. ఇంకా అప్పటికి మనకి ఫండమెంటల్స్ అయిపోవు. ఇంకా కొన్ని రోజులు ఇట్లా నడుస్తూ ఉంటాయి. 7:30 to 9 అంటే ఒక ఫస్ట్ 15 days వరకు 7 to 8:30 ఉంటుంది. దాని తర్వాత 2 స్లాట్స్ ఉంటాయి. 6 to 7:30 అండ్ 7:30 to 9 ఉంటుంది. ఈవినింగ్ అండి, మార్నింగ్ ఉండవు. మీ బ్యాచ్ మ్యాక్స్ నా క్లాస్ అంతా కూడా 6 to 9 టైమింగ్. ఇప్పుడు కోర్ మిడ్ లో ఉండగా అడ్వాన్స్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తా సెకండ్ స్లాట్ లో అట్లా. Yeah, not immediately, guys. Then at 6:30, then after 10 to 15 days of time, I will start it. After 10 to 15 days of time, I'll start that 6 o'clock. I'll give that prior intimation. Don't worry, guys. Then few days before, I will discuss with you. I will give it date and time. No, exactly on which date onwards I'm going to take your class at 6 or 6:30. Okay. So new morning batch, I'm maybe not at schedule. Then in the future, might be in the June, maybe second week or first week, I'm planning to start it. I'll give that intimation to you. Don't worry for it. Yeah, 6:30 it may take. After 10 to 15 days of time, I will start it. Tomorrow 7:30 only, same link. Tomorrow 7:30, same link. Yeah. Yeah, that's it, guys. Then if you want to talk about that admission process or maybe course registration, just you can contact this number, or admin people will be in touch with you. They will give more clarity. Okay. And then people are asking to me regarding that. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Likitam. Thank you. Thank you, Sitaram. Thank you. Thank you, Lakshya. Thank you, Nilwa. Paul. Yeah. Thank you, Sridhar. Thank you, Manasa. Good night. Yeah. Good night, guys. Good night. Good night to all of you. Meenakshi, good night. Yeah, guys. Then if all of you left, then I will shut down. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.